behind the scenes at Adaptation Central.
Hey everyone, great to see you all. This is just a quick check-in. Scriptwriter, I have a note here from character design. They want to know what color the main character's eyes are.
I don't know.
How can you not know that?
I have listened to all 7 books twice. Not once has the colour of his eyes been mentioned. In book 6, he says his younger brother has blue eyes, but that's it. I've scoured the internet, asked fans, asked the stars. Nothing.
It might be worth asking the author.
I messaged him. He replied, and I quote, "I changed my mind. Please make him a blonde woman with really big..." You know what? I'm not going to finish that.
Good call.
It gets very specific.
Well, let's put a pin in that and move on.
It haunts me.
Okay, storyboard artist, how are you going with the sketches?
I do not understand the toilet.
Oh, sweet Jesus, not this again.
It's just so many panels on this toilet. For why?
It is vital to the plot. I drew you a diagram.
But where does the kitty litter go?
It disappears. I explained this so many times. This has to be perfect or else something 3 seasons from now won't make sense. An entire revolution hinges on you getting this toilet right.
I cannot make toilet visually exciting for 3 episodes in a row.
Just do your best. Storyboard, and we'll check in again tomorrow. How are you going with your work, colorist?
Oh! Please don't call me that!
It is literally what you do.
Oh, I am a painter!
Love the enthusiasm. Let's put that into your coloring in, okay? Now, producer. How are you going with reviewing everything?
I'm inside their walls. Why aren't they drawing? Why? Where are the words? Send them back to the word mines.
When was the last time you slept? Ah, right. Well, that seems about normal, but it's all worth it to make something beloved by people around the world, right, everyone? Assistant, how are the fans responding?
The usual. Death threats and thirst.
Worth it. Oh man, what an awesome cold open. That was written by our guest for today, Tevagah. By the way, welcome to Soundbooth Theater Live. We are live, and this is our variety show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really happy to have Tevagah here with us today. Right after the news, she's going to be coming in to talk to us about Prophecy Approved Companion and whatever else she might be working on. So I'm really excited to have this episode. I want to use that cold open for our one of our shorts. I hope that works out. But yeah, also joining us is Annie Ellicott, narrator of Prophecy Approved Companion and our host for the interview today. And apparently resident monkey. Justin Thomas James is also here, resident
Hello.
Frenchman.
I am French.
We have to keep that character for like
I need to
lots of
keep
things.
this
He has to
character
come
alive.
back. He has to come back for like everything.
Yeah, I still like this character.
Voice.
Oh, who is that? I am displeased.
Third Wish is here in the comments. Anybody else who's watching, please say
Hello,
something in the
Third
comments. Say hi.
Wish.
We'll say hi back.
Yeah.
Yeah, say hi, let us
And,
know you're here.
Yeah. Dirk Gently is here.
Bonjour to you. He speaks my language.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I guess it's news time?
News? Is it time for the news?
I'm looking-
News?
Time for the news.
Let's do the news.
Time for the news.
All right. So, let me find, is this it? No, I know I pulled up the
General
pulled up the news somewhere.
SBT and
Here it is.
community announcements, approximately 2 minutes.
Oh, right. We have to tell everybody how long each segment is supposed to last as well. So,
Around the clock, people.
all right. Do you want to do general this time, Justin, or
Sure.
Annie? Do you want to take any of the segments?
Ooh.
Well, let me find the sheet of paper because I don't have it in front of me.
All right. For now, Justin, take away the general. I'll do the notable new releases.
Oh,
let me-
okay.
maybe
I will
can
do
find-
these general announcements like this.
No,
French,
Okay.
and hopefully it is not too distracting. The Soundbooth app is now available for download on iOS and Android. Come join our community of listeners to enjoy the best in immersive audio entertainment. It's a very much better app than the one before, if I can say so. I was very displeased with the previous version, but this one is one of the things I'm less displeased with in this world. Any more to say on that, Jeff?
I'm also much less displeased. In fact, I think this is a good app.
Yeah.
What?
Look at the
Yeah.
look at the
Magic.
website. It's very beautiful.
Magic.
Very
It
pretty.
is. I'm very, very, very excited for this to finally be out. I hope you guys will check out our our new app. It's running so much smoother. Now, some of you guys,
So smoothly.
you were
butter.
you were finding that the app was draining your battery a bit. Now it's not. I mean, it still uses some, but it's not like crazy like it was before. So that has been fixed. It only took like a week and a half
That's
for our
amazing.
people to fix that.
love
And it was
that.
Wow.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh.
For real.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome. She was
What's
only
up?
Evie.
She
If
was
your name is
only
Evie, hello Evie. If it's not, then
Hello.
So-
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. And
We are.
bummed that this is your first time too.
Yeah. Well, catch up. Go watch the rest of them, and go pick up our app. There's tons of stuff on there. Of course, if you have not listened to the Dungeon Crawler Carl audio immersion tunnel, it's right there. I still do the voices of Carl, Donut, the AI, and Mordecai, but the rest of the SBT crew picks up the rest of the cast, and we have a full sound effects and music suite behind it all, and it makes it such a lovely experience. We also have fun commercials, and you actually get to listen to episodes of Dungeon Crawler World as if you were in the safe room with Carl and Donut. So make sure to pick that up. Also, Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon, another Matt Dinneman production. Also, The Stars Have Eyes, another Neven Iliev book, the author of Everybody Loves Large Chests. And Small Chests Are Fine Too is on there. That is the spin-off of Everybody Loves Large Chests. So pick it up. Pick up the app. Look at all the choices that you have.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. What's
It's a
next,
very
Frenchman?
nice boutique. We have next up. We have LitRPG Con. LitRPG Con. 3-day general admission passes are now officially on sale for you, the listeners, the fans, the authors, all of the people who want to be involved in the LitRPG community. If you haven't picked up yours yet, grab one before they are gone. You know, there is one thing that I am very excited for about LitRPG Con, and that is that I get to see all of you in one place, as well as all of these fans in one place, specifically dedicated to LitRPG. Look at all of these beautiful faces.
LitRPG.
Norred Flood. Look at this. Nicoli Conella. I do not speak Italian, but Drew Hayes, Jeff Hayes. There are two Hayeses there. There's James Hunter. That's nobody. Haylog Jobson also. Very nice. Look at this. Look at that smiling face. Maybe
Look at
the
these
dog will be
smiling
there.
faces.
These
Oh
smiling
well,
faces.
you have you've stalled long enough for me to pull up the news.
Nice.
Yes.
Good
Like me
work.
to say anything. Good work, Justin.
Thank you.
Let's give the viewers a little break. Just kidding.
All
I'm
am
just
not
kidding. I
pleased
am kidding.
with your
I
dig.
could never. I will be doing a French accent too. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I told you that you are going to get a break, but you are not.
I am
All
jealous
right.
of your French accent now.
But where are we? Are we at notable releases? Are we at Dad Tired? Is that
Oh,
where we
yes.
are?
Notable
What's
releases.
happening next?
I'm looking at the wrong one.
Dad Tired.
Dad
Dead
Tired.
Tired Book 3
Here we
by Raven's Dagger is available for pre-order on
Ooh.
Audible with an official
Ooh.
release on March 29th. I'm in the wrong place too.
No,
Well,
that's
it
right.
happened. Okay,
Yeah,
it's after
April,
March 29th.
April
Okay.
29th.
April 29th. That was
Ah.
it was
Yes.
just a little typo. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was just one wrong word. It was not in the wrong document. All right. Moving on to the next one. Industrial Strength Magic Book 2. I happen to be in both of these, by the way. By the by, I won't be doing French accents in either of them. You'll be glad to know. Actually, I might be doing a French. I think I do an accent in ISM too, but I don't remember what it is. The sequel, it will be available for pre-order on Audible on Tuesday, April 22nd.
That's next
That
week.
is very soon. That's less than a week from now.
Yes.
With an official release on May 6th.
I love the name sequel.exe. That's just,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Events.
Events, that's me.
Soundbooth Theater
Hey,
will
don't
be
take
at-
my job.
Oh,
Don't take my job.
Got it.
Soundbooth Theater will be at JordanCon in Atlanta, April 25th through 27th. What can attendees expect? I don't know. JordanCon is a really fun little con. It's very much about fantasy. If you don't know, JordanCon is actually in honor of Robert Jordan, the author of The Wheel of Time.
Should we check in on that audience? I feel like the roof just caved in on them.
Yeah,
They just
maybe.
Yes.
No,
stopped.
fuck them.
At the end, are you
You know what? They don't clap
okay?
enough.
Are you all
So.
They allowed again.
Shut your
They'll come back.
mouths.
I hope
But
we don't
at
have tomatoes.
JordanCon, we have tons of different authors, and actually, we're going to have 3 different Soundbooth Theater people attending. I won't be able to make it this year. I'm sorry, guys. There's just too much for me to do this year. But Aaron J. Morton is going to be there. Ryan H. Reed is going to be there. And Gary Francis Furlong will be there. So those guys
power
are
trio.
Yeah, but
excellent to party
Power
with.
trio, indeed.
You definitely
call
want to
them
go
the power
and meet
trio
them
from now on.
and pick up some cassettes. They will have cassettes for sale. And I'm positive that we're going to sell out of Dungeon Crawler Carl Audio Immersion Tunnel cassettes. There's only 35 left. They're no longer on the website. They're listed as sold out. We wanted to make sure we had some to bring to JordanCon, and these are the last of the first printing of our cassettes. So we have another printing going, but it's going to have a different cover. And so if you want to be special, if you want to be the ultimate Dungeon Crawler Carl fan, pick these up. There's only 35 left at JordanCon. It's kind of like a practice DragonCon. It's kind of like DragonCon Junior. You know, it's in Atlanta as well. This is April 25th through 27th. Don't miss it. And then other notable upcoming SBTL content. Next week, we have some pre-made content. Is that right? We have pre-made next week?
I guess it's pre-made. Yeah. It's Monday the 21st. The Wayward Bard.
Oh, right. A re-release of a song from the Wayward Bard.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And our next variety show is on April 30th, and we'll be talking to Macronomicon about Industrial Strength Magic, Book 2, sequel.exe. And do we have something else happening at our next SBTL? Don't we have a...
Macronomicon wrote a cold open for it, but...
also, we're going to have Heath Miller.
Next week?
Yes, Heath Miller is joining us. Not next week, the next SBTL on April 30th. Gary's going to be there?
Of Gary's
Gary
Games.
and Heath Miller. I feel like Heath Miller is almost like a doppelganger of Gary. With an Aussie accent. So hopefully they will fight to the death on that stream. But also we will have an author. Who's the author again that's going to be joining us?
For that time?
God?
Oh yeah, from
Are you there,
Royal
God?
Road, right? We have a Royal Road, author who's going to be joining us.
Heath Miller is narrating his book, and it will be
Yes.
releasing the day before this SBTL.
Yes.
Can you remember his name, God? God, are you there? It's me, Stegosaurus.
He no
Life
longer
is
enters
a
your prayers. God
mystery.
doesn't hear you,
Everyone
Jeff
must
Hayes.
stand alone.
I don't know.
I hear
God
you
won't tell
can
us.
pray.
God just will
Notre
not tell
Dame
us.
is burning.
Here it is,
and you think he
Downtown
listens.
Druid by C.B. Titus, also Chris Titus. I don't know if that's outing him, that he has an actual name, but I'm just going to go ahead and take the risk
C to
and
the
say
B.
it, Chris Titus. So Downtown Druid is what we're going to be promoting, and we're going to be reading a little bit from it with Heath Miller leading the charge as the narrator, and we'll be decorating his narration with character voices. So don't miss April 30th SBTL. I think that's all the news, guys. Can we get the God? Are you there with the
I'm kind of getting worried about God.
God might be sick. There he is. There it is.
Oh,
Thank you, God.
God.
Thank you, God. All right. And what that also means is that Tevagah can come out of the shadows that she's been lurking in. Come, Tevagah. Grace us with your
Come,
presence.
Tevagah.
There
Come,
she
come,
is.
Tevagah. You're my butterfly.
Sugar, baby.
Tevagah.
I feel like I've just walked into a cult. Again.
Again.
Voice.
Not again.
So first of all, very nice house.
Yes.
I think Justin would
Love the
really
grand
enjoy
piano.
playing the grand piano. Definitely.
Yep.
I told you I got it tuned at the headquarters, didn't I, Justin?
Oh, and
Yes.
did they have to do like big fixes or anything?
Dude, it took like 2 hours.
That's nothing.
It took 2
needed
hours.
More work than 2 hours.
That piano was built in 1937 and probably never tuned
Ooh.
since
Wow.
then.
So it just
surprised
popped
you
right
could
back
do it.
into shape, huh?
Yeah, so now it sounds like a piano and not like someone
crime.
falling down the
Like
stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to Tevagah. Thank you so much for coming
Welcome.
and hanging out with us. Thank you for celebrating the release of Prophecy Approved Companion Book 3 with us here on Soundbooth Theater Live. How do you feel?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
You guys?
We're all feeling good, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm awake, I promise.
Good.
I liked the opening you guys did. I thought that was very true to life.
Yeah.
Well, it was. Did we say that the opening was written by Tevagah? Did anybody explicitly
It was.
say
She's
this?
trolling
Yes.
us. She's being humble. She wrote it, and it may be one of my favorite cold opens we've done. Just
crisp.
succinct, crisp, to the point.
Succinct. Yes.
Yeah.
Tevagah, you're one of my favorite writers that I've ever worked with. I don't think I've ever told you that, but I think you're just great. You're so funny. Your characters are so funny. Your dialogue is so funny.
Thank you.
Prophecy Approved Companion is great. It's hilarious. I'm so glad. I'm so honored that I got to be the one to narrate it. Can you talk a little bit about like your inspiration for making it? Like it seems to me like you were a web designer or like game tester or something.
Absolutely not. A lot of my friends are in tech. Why am I main screen now? No, I don't like this. Stop it.
Game designer
You're
is
very
what I'm
important.
saying, but yeah.
Don't worry about it.
No, so I'm like the token artistic one in my social circle.
Nice.
And so a lot of them are in tech, and I grew up playing games, and then I was essentially the chosen one.
Okay. I kind of guessed that.
Yeah, along with my brother. And then, I just ended up messaging my friends and being like, hey, so like what happens if you try and do this? And then people were like, oh, wow, like, so clearly this is the kind of engine it's running. And I was like, guys. I actually like ended up speaking to a high up with the Australian military about like their plans for using VR and gamifying the government and asking them like a bunch of questions because that's kind of how my brain works. But no, I'm just a lowly creative. I have no actual skills.
Well, you can
Well,
write.
you seem to have a lot of skills to me. Yeah, you're very skilled in the ways that count for your career. Do you have? I mean, I know you identify the most with the chosen one, but do you have a favorite character? Is there a character that's dearest to your heart in PAC?
Cube and Squiggles are like the two that hold my heart.
Squiggles.
I love her.
Precious. I think, Sewer Bard and Sexy Screamy Spider Lady and their dynamic. I love their dynamic. How did you come up with a character like Sexy Screamy Spider Lady?
I basically thought, so obviously growing up playing games, your option was, if there was a female in the game, she was the sexy thing, beautiful lamp, yes, please. And so I kind of just thought, well, what's the most horrifying glitch you can have with the sexy lamp character? And then how can you slowly break her as she realizes she was made only for romantic pleasure? And then how can you slowly peel away everything about her and then rebuild her into an actual character? Fun stuff.
It is fun stuff. For those of you who haven't read Prophecy Approved Companion yet, there is one of my favorite characters, Sexy Screaming Spider Lady. You should describe sort of like what she looks like in detail. She has she's very large. She's a very large spider, and she's covered in screaming faces of children, like children screaming, silently screaming faces. And she has many pockets that you can be like absorbed into, and it's very disturbing, the Cube.
It's a clipping issue, well-known clipping issue.
Yeah, Cube loves her very much. Oh, Cube is such a sweetie. Okay. Oh, I have an existential question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we are unknowing sentient NPCs living in a simulation?
How would it change your life? If you knew or didn't know, what would change? This is the reality we live in. Either
like
we embrace it or...
Maybe it would make me pay attention to sensory detail more, I'd be like, oh my God, this is just so real, like so rich. Like I'd be looking around like, wow, how the fuck did they do this? This is amazing. Like I feel everything.
So you'd be like a Christian.
Is that
religious?
I mean, right? Like, look at what fucking God did. Jeez.
Yeah,
literally.
The developers did. But
I mean, that's what they do.
Looking for the edges.
They're like
so
all hanging out in
more.
Utah, like standing on top of
It's so
mountains
much more
and looking around.
impressive, though, if nothing created it, like that's the real awe-inspiring thing. Is if like it really did all just happen.
I kind of agree, but you just kind of contradicted yourself.
I guess, yeah.
Religious ecstasy, I think, is what you're describing.
I think I'm just looking at it from the very, limited perspective of a person who thinks they know what virtual reality is capable of.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a quagmire at this point. We don't. Thank you for that for skirting the answer to that question in such a beautiful and poignant way, and I'll be thinking about that.
The trick is, I won't think. I never think. I refuse to.
Is that the secret to brilliant writing?
I don't know, but it's what I do. So whatever you get.
Are you a pantser? Like?
Absolutely not.
No.
No. I had a production Bible and design document, and then ran through everything because that's my background, and I'm incapable of doing anything else.
Yeah, I would have guessed that.
I didn't think through. I will just say, Outlander, I saw your question, but I'll just quickly say this. The character designer for Prophecy Approved Companion had so many questions about Sexy Screaming Spider Lady. Mostly just like, why? Why?
I cannot. I'm so excited. So okay, well, we're getting to this very shortly. We'll get into it now. Actually, now is the perfect time to get into it. So Tevagah has now started. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. There is a webtoon now for Prophecy Approved Companion.
There is a comic that is going to be on the web
Okay.
that may bear some resemblance to Prophecy Approved Companion.
Okay. Will there be sexy, screamy spider lady in it?
Yes, there will be a lady who is provocative and dangerous and also part spider in this internet media.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I feel like now I'm afraid to ask certain questions because I feel like I just asked one that was like, or I said something that I wasn't supposed to say.
No, I'm just making sure that the producer doesn't get mad at me if I accidentally say something wrong. So, because I think I can say Dungeon Crawler Carl webtoons announced. That was announced. That's announced.
Yeah.
Yes. So Tevagah you're the writer, yes? For the adapter?
Yes.
For the Dungeon Crawler Carl webtoon. How fun is
Oh,
that?
really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Wait, did you not know?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's great. I have a whole list of things you've worked on here. Do you want me to list them off, or should I not?
I think all of them are publicly announced. I do feel bad about Anlander, though, because they did ask a question. Do you want to describe what Prophecy Approved Companion is about?
Oh, yes. Do you want to describe what it's about?
Absolutely not.
All right, Annie.
Well, okay, Prophecy Approved Companion is about the main character is a very lovable NPC named Cube who somehow through a certain process gains sentience, and nobody or few people believe it at some point, and then more people believe it later. Then more characters begin to gain sentience, and they start to over time control their own destiny. Wait, what? Are you about to read the blurb because you think I'm not doing a good job?
God.
TV tropes page.
Oh.
That is out of book 3 is
Cube
not
is
on
an
board.
NPC in an AI-driven virtual reality RPG, trained since childhood to be the companion and guiding light to the Chosen One, who will save the world from the evil Emperor. Unbeknownst to her, she is also doomed, scripted to die at the hands of the evil Emperor and send the hero out of their small village on his quest for justice. Except that doesn't happen. At the hands of a player who loves loophole abuse and breaking the system, she avoids her scripted death, surviving and blithely following him out into the wider world as she tries to make sense of the normalized nonsense of fantasy RPGs, which Tevagah does a wonderful job of this. She accidentally glitches out the world in stranger and stranger ways as she seeks to be the very best childhood companion ever. You want me to keep going? I think that's probably good.
I think that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah. Very lovable characters. And I love the arc of, acquiring sentience and becoming a three-dimensional, conscious being. That's you did well with that. And book 3 is really good. It really moved me. There were like moments where I was truly touched. I really fell in love with these characters.
Me too. It was sad to say goodbye.
Yeah, it was sad to say goodbye. It was sad to say goodbye. I wish there was another one.
I sent you a character design that has been approved to be shown for a certain character.
Great. Did you send it to me or Jeff or
Jeff? Because I have
Great.
Discord. I don't have you on Discord.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I need to get back on Discord.
Oh boy. Okay, I will send this to God.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right. God, I'm sending it to you through Discord.
It's safe for work, kind of.
So, do you want to talk about what webtoons are? Do you think there are some people in the audience that don't know what that means, what that term means?
Yeah, it's essentially like colored in manga, or manhwa because it's South Korean. that is optimized for mobile phone usage. So you can scroll endlessly on your phone.
Right. It's like a vertical scroll. It's very addictive, I imagine.
Yes, especially because like you can just go to next episode to next episode. But yeah, no, I'm the script writer and a producer on the Dungeon Crawler Carl one.
So cool.
Dude, I'm so glad that's you. Seriously,
I know,
like,
right? There's
I was just always very worried about that shit.
Oh, she is sexy. Sweet. Sexy Screamy. There's my I love her so much.
I'm a little bit disappointed they're not baby faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured
Check
that
out the thorax on that spider.
she has a whole character arc about not being objectified.
She also like learns how to move around and not break things and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, so that was very different from what I was picturing, but the artist like gave me that and I was like, yo. Let's
So
go.
you used to work in film and television
Yes, I
as a
did.
writer?
Yep, as a scriptwriter and a first AD or first assistant director.
Cool. And then you went to books. So you went from film to TV or film and TV to books
Mhm.
to webtoons.
Correct.
Do you ever like do you feel like mixing it up or are you like, no, this is my path now?
Well, I'm on a contract now, so I kind of
It's definitely your
Well,
path for the next however long.
yeah. And also the film industry in Australia is it's having a time.
Film industry
She's having a moment.
in America, in the US seems to be not really
That's
acting
why we're
normally.
having a bad time.
Okay.
Because a lot of our industry comes from America, so
Right.
like a lot of Marvel and big Hollywood films are shot here, and so when they're not happening, we're not happening.
Right. Well, well, I'm so glad you found this new line of work that I'm sure you're just sort of a gangbuster. What is I don't know the term.
What
Boss?
do you
You're
say?
a boss at it. What do the kids say? I don't know. Gang boss.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I essentially get to read and write comics for a living. And I get to play in these worlds that are a lot of fun. So yeah, I think if you want to read out the list, I'll watch Jeff's face as he realizes
I'll read out
how
the list. Okay. This will be fun. Okay, so scriptwriter and producer on DCC. That's Dungeon Crawler Carl for anyone who was just born yesterday. Mark of the Fool, Path of Ascension, Legend of Randedly Ghost Hound. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Keeper of the Scarlet Petal, Prophecy Approved Companion, or not something like that, but not that.
Yes, something that may not. I don't remember if it's announced, but maybe.
And then also a producer / editor on Return of the Runebound Professor, My Best Friend is an Eldritch Horror, Defiance of the Fall, and System Universe.
Excellent.
And that is not an exhaustive list, but there are others that cannot be announced yet.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it all.
So did you transition to books because of the film industry or like because of
COVID.
a lack of work? Or did you just want to start writing?
No, it was COVID.
Oh, it was COVID, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so everything shut down. I was in what they called an LGA of concern, which meant we were allowed outside for 1 hour a day.
Oh my God.
And you couldn't travel more than 5 kilometers from your house.
You were allowed outside 1 hour.
1 hour a day. Yeah,
How long did that go on?
a long time.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I was also on the border between an LGA of concern and an LGA not of concern. So we had like constant like helicopter patrols and stuff like that to make sure we stayed where we were supposed to. Yeah. It was a bit intense. And obviously I was only 2 of my friends lived within a 5-kilometer radius of me. One of whom was immunocompromised, so couldn't exactly rock up there, could I? So I sat down and started writing about a book, thanks to my housemate, Stephen, who was just like, look, you're going insane, you're climbing the walls, do something. Why don't you write that book you keep talking about? And so I was like, very well, I will.
Well, we're so glad you did.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm really happy with it.
yeah. Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have a cat.
What's your kitty's name?
Sewer Bart?
His name is... No. His name is Sini.
Say it again.
Sini?
Sini.
Yeah. He's, he was born on a farm, and he thinks he's a dog. Because like he'll sit and stay and jump and stuff like that. And I take him for walks on a leash. And I also have Australian wildlife that comes around to my house.
Drop bears?
Do you keep Sini inside so that they won't be killed by Australian wildlife?
Yeah, we have what's called a catio, which is basically like an entire veranda and yard that's enclosed. Local council helped pay for it because they don't want cats to kill local wildlife.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But it basically, because it's like, it means the possums, which Australian possums are different from American possums, but it means like the possums will like sit on top of the mesh and just like growl at him and mock him. So then he'll be like, I'd eat you if I could.
Oh, buddy.
But yeah, we actually had a dingo here recently at the primary school. But we don't have the real lethals like drop bears.
Right. That's a shame.
Sini. So, which character in Prophecy Approved Companion would Sini be?
None of them are big enough terrors to be him. Sewerbard, maybe?
Sewerbard. I love Jeff's Sewerbard. Jeff and Gary Furlong are they they do the male characters for
we
the
are
book,
featured.
and you're the featured actress. They are so good. I love both of them so much. I'm talking about you like you're not here, but I just want to reiterate for those of you who are here watching and have not picked up this book, it's such a good time.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on to the show, Tevagah. Do you have anything else you would like to talk about that I haven't asked you about?
No, I think that's everything. I just want to say, like, it's really hard to listen to the audiobook because if I laugh, it feels really narcissistic. But you guys bring you guys bring so many additional layers to it that it's amazing. And so I just listen to it, even if I'm just like, God, why did I give them this to work with? They deserve so much better.
We love it.
Thing. We all had such a great time. Sewerbard's actually one of my favorite characters to play. I love hamming it up for him. I love the obliviousness. I think that's like one of the most fun things to play. Is just like a tunnel visioned character who insists upon being themselves, like at 11. Just like the conviction is palpable. And he's incorrect.
Do you base that off
Not always.
Life?
Have I based him on someone in real life?
Oh, that kind of obliviousness. Have you seen it in action?
Yeah, maybe. I think so. I'm not sure who I would peg though for that. Gosh, maybe my mom.
Oh, what's the local time, Tevagah? Your mom? Wait, are you talking about Sewerbard still, or did I miss something?
No, the obliviousness and tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope she's not
Sorry.
watching. I know she's not.
No, she's not.
And
in
it's for
Thailand.
cat in the background.
Bill, if you're watching, mum's the word.
It's morning here.
Morning. It's morning.
Yes. What's your kitty cat, Annie? I saw it in the background.
Oh, my little kitty. Where is
he?
he? Doesn't look like he's in the room right now, but his name is Kitty Boy, and he's the light of my life. He's a gray and white tuxedo, and yes, I'm madly in love with him. Actually, I have 2 pictures of him on both my, my lock screen and my home screen. So there's my baby. Oh, fuck. There's my baby.
Oh my god, is he cross-eyed?
Yes.
Oh, his face is so pretty. He needs to look at it with both eyes.
I know. Okay, wait. He's so precious. Here, I'm gonna show you this picture of him too. 'Cause
Oh my god. Oh,
he's just such a cute boy.
look at those
cute little
beans.
Toe beans. Multicolored toe beans. Ugh,
That's
that's
rare.
great. Sorry. Okay. You have a picture of your cat?
I do. Let me find one. This is just cat pics now. This is where we are.
We've moved on to the cat pic segment of the evening.
Let's see if this works.
Oh, you're missing it, Annie. Hold on. Up, there we go.
Oh my god, it's erasing the background. He just looks like he's floating. Ah. No. This is what you get.
Gray? Is he a gray kitty?
Yeah, he's half Russian blue, hence the name.
Oh yeah.
So seeing as the Russian word for the shade he is.
Wow, he's beautiful.
Matt's fantasy book reviews here.
Sweet.
Hello.
Matt, I highly recommend Prophecy Approved Companion to you. Maybe you can get a review from him.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
excellent.
we're talking about cats
Please,
though.
please review this book.
Yeah, if you're looking for a lit RPG that's completely different
3-book series.
and
you'll-
like takes full like here's one thing I don't like about lit RPG. I don't think it takes full advantage of the genre. Usually, I think it's usually some kind of action, fantasy, tropey, normal story with the trappings of video game around it. But Prophecy Approved Companion is impossible to tell in any other genre. Like, it is about video games. It is about,
Right.
the way that we as people relate to video games. It's not just, oh,
Yeah.
cool, this is a power fantasy, and I
Well-
actually understand it a little bit better because I play video games, so, like,
And
it's
it
all
points
been
out certain
translated for me.
absurdities, that you find in video games from the perspective of somebody who's living in that world. And it's just very clever. It's very clever.
Yeah. I have 2 more questions for you, Tevagah. If you were to name Justin's storyboard artist character, now that you've seen him in action, what would you name him?
Yeah, show us the teeth, Justin. Show us the teeth.
Yes. You're there. Mes dents. Teeth, silly.
Kuzopia.
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 Kuzopia. 2 words.
Kuzopia.
How do I spell this?
Kuzo. K-U-Z-O. And then Pia. Pia.
Kuzopia. Kuzopia.
Kuzopia.
Pierre?
Kuzopia.
Like Pierre?
I feel like that is
Yeah.
an onomatopoeia for his accent. Kuzopia.
I am not just Pierre. Ugh.
No, Kuzopia.
I
Kuzopia.
am
Kuzopia.
Kuzopia.
All
From
right.
Big
It is true. Thank you. Yes, this is my name.
All right.
From Beton Père Betonman.
From
And-
Tomlin. From Tomlin.
My second question is, if Justin were not named Justin, what would you name him?
This is all very good, yes. Thank you for these questions. I am not displeased at all.
Come on.
I have to take
Say
advantage
this
of the
again.
fact we have an
Wait,
author
She gives the
on
answer.
the stream. What'd
She
she
gives the
say?
answer.
Hey, what did she say?
Cutman.
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 All right. We will take note. Like when I get mad at him now.
Cutman.
Cutman.
Cutman!
Perfect. Thank you,
Tevagah.
for those things.
Listen, I named characters like definitely bad guys to a bar. Like, this is not I was going to say forward beard.
Forward beard. That's good.
Like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. Cutman sounds like Captain Cutman, and then you call him Cap or Cutman, and then I'm like, no, don't call him forward beard. Don't call him.
Don't do it. Don't call him
Does
forward
my
beard. Don't call him
forward beard make you uncomfortable?
That reminds me of my very first pet that I named Pointy Fins. Goldfish Pointy Fins.
Pointy fins.
She would fit right in here.
Did she? What were her fins like?
Well, they were pointy at first, but do you have 3 minutes for the whole story?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I had just suffered the loss of a lizard, and I was very young. I was 3 or 4, and I got this goldfish at the fair, and it died immediately, and my mom didn't have the heart to tell me on the heels of my other loss. And so she sent my brother to the store to get another goldfish while I was asleep or whatever, not paying attention. And then I saw him return, but he couldn't find a goldfish, so he got an orange beta. And so I saw him getting out of the car with this bag, and I was like, it's pointy fins. And so then I went and I saw the fish, and it was like it had all these wavy, ripply fins. And well, I had noticed that pointy fins had pointy fins, clearly. And so I was like, what happened, Mom? What happened to pointy fins? Pointy fins, you know? And she goes, she became a woman. And so for years, I thought that when goldfish went through puberty, kitty. And that their fins got like wavy and glorious, like glowing breasts and hips. I mean, it really made sense.
Now I'm just picturing like at a goldfish school, the teacher sitting down and be like, your bodies are going through some changes. Things that were pointy become flowy. Things that were gold become green. You're changing, and that's beautiful. And then you're just like, this makes total sense. Oh my God, I always knew.
She was quick on her toes.
Oh shit. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you, Annie, for sharing that natural wisdom with us.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Any other questions for Tevagah before we finish this segment? No.
I forgot to start recording. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
It's fine.
Okay. We've still got some semblance of your voice, right? It's
Yeah.
just not going to be like as.
We'll just have Jeff do voiceover. Over a picture of
it's
you.
the audio's not the problem. It's the video.
Oh, it's the video.
So we'll just replace her with me, and then
Great.
use her voice.
Difference.
And yeah, we look.
I didn't realize. Of course,
we look
it's the
practically
video,
identical. So
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to be all right. So Tevagah, prophecy approved companions over. Any more novels floating around in your brain?
Yes, but I'm currently working 7 days a week.
Right. You're very, very busy.
So
Possibly when the flood of comic book work has subsided and you have some room in your schedule.
Yeah.
You're thinking about maybe more novels?
Yeah, there's another one I really want to write. I just have a lack of physical time.
Right.
Physical time.
We'll look for it. Keep us posted on it because we want to know. Everybody, go buy Prophecy Approved Companion on Audible or on Amazon. It's available in both places on Kindle or audiobook. Narrated by Annie Ellicott, featuring me and Gary Furlong. Did we ever add any other cast members?
I don't believe so.
It's just us two.
Us three.
Backing up Annie. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Don't forget me, Jeff.
I'm not forgetting you. You made the audiobook what it is. We just
Yes.
back you up.
Oh man, no, you guys were brilliant. We all made it. We made it. We all made it together. You, me, Tevagah,
mostly you.
Gary, Richard, Sin. I don't
Yeah.
remember who were the people working on it actually, but I think.
What about
Sorry if I
what
named
about
someone that
me?
wasn't you.
You forgot about me.
Oh fuck!
You can't
Wait,
forget
you
that.
weren't in the
About
book.
me. You do not know this. I was there. I was breathing.
I was there the
in the
whole
background the whole time.
You were one of
can
the.
hear
You were
me
the
as you
child
listen
screaming
carefully.
face on the very bottom of
This is
Screaming
right. Nothing to do.
Spider Lady's
I am the screaming
carapace
face.
or whatever.
All right,
I'm back in the
Tevagah,
cold.
we will torture you no longer.
Because
I
spiders
didn't
don't
work on
have
it either.
faces.
You may
Depart.
depart at your leisure.
Thanks.
Oh,
Two
God.
people in the crew
The
that
Nicholas. Was it
Annie
Nicholas
has
Maybe it was
accused.
Nicholas Legrand. It was Nicholas
Nick
Legrand and maybe it was Mino. I don't know. God. I'm
All
such
right.
an amateur.
What was
Guys.
my name
Amateur
again?
hour over here.
do we have something to troll with? Anything at all?
I don't think so. Just the
Whoa.
Soundbooth Theater logo.
Looks like either we're just
I'm
about
sure
to
we
start
can
or
throw
just about to
something.
stop.
Hey, why don't we throw some Shakespeare? That silly
Tevagah,
Englishman.
do you want Tevagah to be stuck here with us while we're trolling, or do you want?
I don't know how to leave.
Then yes, stuck here with us.
Oh God, the clapping was fucking.
I don't
that was
know.
This was well placed,
I
Kevin.
thought that Tevagah was gonna be with us for the rest of the time, and then poof. That was sad. Come back. Come
No.
back, Tevagah.
Okay, it's up to
come back.
Tevagah. If she wants to come back, she'll tell us.
Okay.
Okay.
She doesn't.
Wait, does she? Is that the? Was the? Okay, yeah, she wanted to come. Okay, so let's troll. Let's troll some. Okay, let's troll some
We need your-
Shakespeare.
We need
I
your
love this
facial
idea.
reactions.
Okay.
So let's keep with. Let's
That was a
keep
great
with
one.
Kuzo Pierre.
Cousin Pierre, yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's stick with
Wait.
him.
Where-
Annie, who's your favorite character from our sketch earlier? Or do you want to play as sexy screaming spider lady? Or
Sure, I'll play Sexy Screamy Spider Lady.
Okay.
Where is the thing? It's,
There is no script yet.
there's
We
no
have to
script.
find one.
Oh, okay, we're doing Shakespeare.
Good thing Shakespeare
Oh,
is
Shakespeare!
prolific.
I
Yes.
love it.
Shakespeare.
Does he have my favorite?
What's your favorite?
The Stranger Speech from Thomas More.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they have it, and it's a monologue, so I guess that wouldn't.
Yeah, we
Yes,
need-
we
we
have
need
it right here.
we need
Yeah,
a
right there.
scene with dialogue with characters.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We can do it like this, okay? Yeah, we're going to do it differently. Every time we do a different line, we trade the lines, you see? So the first person, we can do it multiple ways, okay? So here's what Cousin Pierre would tell you. Yes, listen up. So we can either do it so that we each have a line, and then we take turns with each line. I will send a link, and you will be able to see what I mean. Or
Okay, you're
we
sending
can
the link to
each
private chat.
we can each do the monologue in our voice. Yeah. We can do the entire monologue in a character.
Is God struggling?
I have to say that if I had seen that picture of Sexy Screamy Spider Lady, I would have voiced her differently.
Oh, how so?
I think I would have. I don't know. I think she would have sounded more like, I think I would have given her more of like a soft, maybe a
I found
younger
that there.
sound.
But maybe you find one. I sent you a link.
I like
God.
the way I voiced Sexy Screamy.
Yeah. Okay, so funny thing about Sexy Screamy Spider Lady is for each chapter, as like an editing process, I would read it out loud to my housemate. And reading her lines to my housemate who's sitting there being very supportive, but I'm just saying the most unhinged stuff where I'm just like, that sounds very hard. And it was just like, okay, all right, I'm supporting you. I'm supporting you. I'm supporting you.
You must. There you go. Yes, you go down to the link and scroll down just a little
The
bit, and there is the
stranger.
script.
Okay, so
Voilà.
speech from Sir Thomas More.
Voila
Okay.
is French for voila.
So,
Okay.
yeah, this is from, I think, 400 years ago. This particular speech.
Okay, I think
I'm
that,
sorry that you're going to have to see us butcher it. So
Oh yeah, we're just gonna destroy this thing. It's gonna be awful.
Yes.
That's the point of Shakespeare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. He wants people to have fun with it. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Do you want to do the trading lines, or do you want to do full monologue? Really get into it.
Monopoly. Oh my god, monogatoire.
Okay, I think it's short enough. We can. How about how about we all trade the first whole segment, and then we go to the next one, and
Okay,
maybe
sure.
we can. Do we want to switch character voices too?
Switch characters. That's a great idea. We each do 2 characters. Okay.
So let's do our first character here. All right.
Okay.
Who wants to start?
Why
I
don't we
feel
start
like
with
With
what?
sexy, screamy spider lady?
Ooh.
and where do I stop? I do the first.
Would
We
feed-
would
would
feed
feed
on
on.
one another.
Okay.
So we'll do it 3 times, and then we'll do
Gosh,
the
okay.
next.
Okay, so sexy, screamy
All
spider
right,
lady.
Okay. Grant them removed, and grant that this your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs, and their poor luggage plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silent by your brawl. And you in ruff, of your opinions clothed, what had you got? I tell you, you had taught how insolence and strong hand should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern, not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought, with self-same hand, self-reasons and self-right, would shark on you, and men, like ravenous fishes, would feed on one another.
Very
All right.
nice, sexy, screamy spider lady. Hey, Tevagah,
Right.
would you
It's all
actually
right.
be able to? Would you be able to? Sorry to put you on the spot, but could you give us some context? Do you know what the? Oh no, enjoying my Shakespeare. Can you give us context?
Yeah, so the Thomas More speech. So Thomas More was someone in England, and basically this is particularly about a riot about immigrants in like the 1700s, and people had basically tried to round up all the immigrants and rioted about the immigrants and were like trying to throw them out, and refugees. And so this basically was a speech he gave to them, basically saying like, okay, so you succeed in this riot. What are you getting? What are you getting here?
Right.
And so yeah, this was an actual historical event, and then Shakespeare wrote a dramatization of the speech.
Ah, interesting.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Jeff, do you want to go to you next?
All right, so I'm going to be the project manager. Grant them removed, and grant that this your noise hath chid. Is that chid?
Yeah.
Down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs, and their poor luggage, plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silent by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you. You had taught how insolence in strong hand should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern? How would they say pattern? Pattern. Not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies rot, with self-same hand, self-reasons, and self-right, would shark on you, and there's something in the way of that letter. And
On.
like ravenous fishes, would feed on one another.
Nice.
Right.
Hey, Rich or Ahmed, could you unhighlight just so that we can see what that word is?
Then I think
Could
maybe.
man like ravenous?
Men.
Men.
And men like ravenous
Men.
fishes.
Men.
All right, I awkward him up for fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Shakespeare.
Kuzo Pierre.
Kuzo Pierre is here to do my best at this Englishman's words. Grant them removed. And grant that this your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs, and their poor luggage, plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation. And you sit as kings in your desires. Authority quite silent by your parole, and you in a ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you. You had taught how insolence and strong hand should prevail, how order should be quelled. And by this pattern, not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies rot, with self-same hand, self-reasons, and self-right, would that shark on you, and men like ravenous fishes would feed on one another.
Woo!
Beautiful.
Kuzo Pierre.
Kuzo
I did
Pierre.
not know you were a Shakespearean actor.
Merci beaucoup.
Now moving on.
Moving on. Okay, so
All right.
let's change our characters.
We
I
need some
thought I was going to do
characters.
it.
What's that?
Just like,
You want to do it?
No, I thought I had to do it. I was like, okay.
Oh, you wanna well maybe
You
should
got to do
have
it.
to
You got to do
Yeah.
it, Tevagah. You got to do it.
I'm not a
Please.
voice actor. All right. I'll just
All
do
right,
my regular voice though.
You want to do the
Just
whole
your
thing?
voice.
in your
Yeah.
own voice.
Sure.
Do the whole thing. This is
Yes, sir.
So that,
Also,
we can hear, so that we can hear how good it actually is.
yeah.
someone with an grant them removed, and grant that this your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs and their poor luggage plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silent by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you. You had taught how insolence and strong hand should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern not one of you should live to be an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought, with self-same hand, self-reasons, and self-right, would shark on you, and men like ravenous fishes would feed on one another.
Scroll it down. Scroll it down.
Hey, scroll on down. Keep it going, Tevagah.
In the next
I
part,
don't-
it's better.
Scroll faster.
God has to scroll it.
There we go. There we go. There we go. All right.
Say now the king, as he is clement if thy offender mourn, should so much come too short of your great trespass, but to banish you, whither would you go? What country by the nature of your error should give you harbour? Go to France or Flanders, to any German province, to Spain or Portugal, nay, anywhere that not adheres to England. Why you must needs be strangers? Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper that breaking out in hideous violence would not afford you an abode on earth, whet their detested knives against your throat, spurn you like dogs, and like as if that God owed not nor made not you, nor that the elements were not all appropriate to your comforts, but chartered unto them? What would you think to be thus used? This is the stranger's case, and this
Scroll it.
your mountainous inhumanity.
Ah, yeah.
Hey. What a mic drop. Boom.
Fuck yeah.
That is so good. Such a good and timely speech.
Yeah, it's only like 400 years old, but we sorted it out now, right, guys?
Yeah,
sorted
we
it
all
totally-
figured that
we
out.
totally
It's all
sorted it out.
history now. You know.
I don't feel like we should. I think that. How can we follow that?
We can't. I think
don't
we're good,
know.
guys.
I think that's it.
I think she
That's
played
the
us
show.
out.
Oh, that was
played
the
us
15th. Fuck, not 17.
Thank you, Tevagah. Thank you so much
Tevagah.
for being here.
Thank you so
been a
much.
great episode.
This is Soundbooth Theater live.
We are
Yep.
complete already. Wow.
The
Yep.
end.
Yep. Yep. Hold on. I'm gonna send a link. Send a link to
There's a link.
Prophecy. Prophecy
Yeah.
approved. Oh shit! Come on. There you go. There we go. Here it is. Thanks,
I
guys.
just a picture of
You
Jefferson.
are input.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Good job.